I've got ads playing on my side. There we go. I thought I'd double check the stream. It looks like things are coming through. Probably just a little bit of a delay, but otherwise should be working. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me out there. Not if you can see me out there. How about this? This will be helpful if I turn this off. Hey, welcome to our first live stream in a while, actually. Again, if you can let me know. Oh, there we go. Larag says hello. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Sounding good. Awesome. Like I said, I think it's a little bit on a delay, but that is okay. Okay by me. Today I'm going to be doing quite a few things, actually. I've been kind of busy today. Let's see here. We did the live stream this morning. Not the live stream. We did the we did the podcast this morning. We recorded the podcast. Vince and I and James is one of our viewers who's kind of joined us recently. Logan. We were all talking about different things that I'm going to be showing you tonight. Also, I'll be building tonight, opening some boxes, telling you about some giveaway stuff, and also I will hopefully tonight I'll be telling you some kind of exciting news here and there. So hope that you're all out there and able to listen. So I got Lil Rag here. I've got Enter Name here is also watching. Anybody else out there, if you want to say hi, I will say hi back as well. Right here, I've got our next box. If you've been watching along, as I've been doing the fan home building, this is the next step after what we did last time, or what I did last time. This is kind of exciting. Let me close this down so you can see a little bit more clearly here. So this right here is the top of R2-D2, the ejection, I think you could call it a pod, I guess, the ejection system for the lightsaber. But where's the lightsaber, you might say? Well, the lightsaber is what we're going to be building tonight, and I'm hoping that we can also test it, but I'm not so sure because there's a couple parts I saw that we also need. These pieces right here do not connect to my test module, so we'll see what happens. But that's the plan. So I'm going to be building that, and I'm going to be opening up some things that I told you about a little bit in the advertisement. I don't know why I have these earphones on, because I just realized I don't really need them on. So I'm going to take them off and put them over here just to kind of get it out of the way. And then you let me know, too, if, like I said, if things get a little too loud. But any rate, so right here I have my my newest box. Now I have 6 boxes behind. So for those of you, there's 3 groups of people out there that might be watching this in relation to our channel. You got the people who don't own this but are watching just for the fun of it. You got the people who have purchased it and they're in the process of building it and they're receiving boxes, and then you got the people who have already built it that for some reason watch it again on multiple channels. I gotta admit, I watch for example, World of Wayne is a pretty good one if you want to watch different part builds. This is one of the ones I've watched on his, partially because I also want to know what's coming. Kind of get a heads up. But any rate, this is issues 39 through 42 that they give us. And then we have, I don't know, I shouldn't have shown these already, but here's some of those lightsaber parts. Now remember that this is a half scale R2-D2. So, what? Wait a minute. Is this for storing all my screws? 2 things about this. If this is for storing the screws, one, it would have been nice to get that earlier in the process. Number 2, I've already purchased something that's almost exactly the same, so I kind of feel like, yeah, I already did that. But that's interesting. So I'll put that over there. And then right here, we got some more leg parts. Actually, a couple of these don't look like the parts I put in the other side, but maybe they are the exact same. I'll have to pull out the leg here. Something about the leg, by the way, that I noticed. Get that out of the way. So the last leg we actually finished building, and this is it right here. So as you can see, I'm gonna slide this over here. There we go. As you can see, this thing is pretty good size. It's half scale, like I said. But the thing I'm surprised about after we got all done with it is that it's pretty heavy. I'm surprised because I thought, well, it'll be mostly plastic. The parts on the inside, though, mostly metal on the inside. Some struts are metal. You got a really good sized motor, things like that are in here. So it is honestly, for being half scale, it is pretty hefty. So another thing I wanted to tell you about that I wasn't able to do before today, but I'm going to actually go back and take this apart. I'm going to take this one apart. I'm going to take any other parts that I have apart because I decided I'm going to paint it as I go along just to make it a little bit easier. And I've been playing around with some different colors. So for example, I think what I'm going to go with, because the truth be told, when you research it and you look into what colors of blue are we talking about with R2-D2, you find out it's a little bit of everything that's in there. So I've got some metallic blue of different types. I think these ones are all the same right here. Then I've got this one that's by Tamaya, and that one is what did they call it? Oh, maybe there's not really a name on it. Surprising how, oh, here we go. It's metallic blue also, just their version of it. And then this one's a little bit darker, and they refer to this one as lacquer blue. So it's just, this is more of a clear blue that I can do on top of it. And then here's just pure clear spray that I can do on top of that to try and make some other parts a little bit shinier. This is a little bit more dull than I want it to be. And yeah, I might weather it, but I'm waiting to do the weathering until it's actually assembled, because there's no reason to do that beforehand. He was pre-assembled before he went out and got all dirty. So that's the plan of what I will be doing. But for today, I'm just going to kind of move forward. But this is the leg that's already been assembled. Now I'm starting to work on the other leg, which I think I've got parts for right here. And is that about it? Maybe that's all they have on that part. Yeah, that's about it. I also got the head that we finished last time, which can spin like that. So, anyway, that is that. Oh, I want to get out the screws too. Which, oops, that one's empty. That's not good. This is the case that I kind of like, actually. So it has those little triggers that open it. But I don't mind the fact that they're going to help start organizing things. I think that's everything I need. The screwdriver is right here. But my screwdriver, I've heard that they do replace at least the screwdriver in the Iron Man. In fact, they replace it with this one right here. Hopefully they replace this one as well, because I do notice it does seem like it's getting kind of worn down at some of the tips. So for that reason, I've also got my favorite screwdriver, actually, which is my Vaultec screwdriver. This is the one that comes with the charging / speaker stand for the Pip-Boy 2000. And I like it a lot more. Talking to Chris Bernardo, that was the screwdriver that was supposed to come originally with the Pip-Boy 2000, but he didn't know it was going to be much smaller than that. Classic Glue, you're on here. Classic Glue reviews. If you want to go and watch some pretty funny animated reviews of movies, and games I've seen too, that happen to be done by the Emperor from Star Wars. Go check out his channel also on YouTube. And then I'm never gonna get your name right, so I apologize. I actually quoted. So is it Seelen Schlucht? Is that correct? Did I say that at all close? I actually quoted you this morning when we were filming our podcast. So you had written a note, and I went ahead and quoted you inside of our podcast about it. So, at any rate, how's it going? Very good. So, at any rate, perfect. So let's see a little bit about what's going on inside of this new package, as well as getting it all assembled. Aha! I can see myself, which means I'm starting to get caught up. Close enough. Oh, good. I'm glad. I won't be able to say your name any faster than that, though. Seelen Schlucht. So I don't know. Maybe we should come up with a short name. Do you have a code name or a nickname? Let me know. I'll call you whatever you want here. Maybe not whatever you want, because of course, YouTube. So, at any rate, these magazines right here, by the way, as far as what's inside of them, it says that we're going to be doing, so we'll be doing the leg details, more of the leg details, then we'll do the Luke's lightsaber, which has to be, I would guess, from Return of the Jedi, because I don't remember his lightsaber coming out of R2 until then. But at any rate, and then left leg components, which doesn't look like we'd be doing much with those. But we're going to fly through this build as best I can here. I'm going to move this thing out of the way a little bit. And let's see here. I do need to adjust something here. So I will say the hardest thing about doing builds on YouTube is that I'm doing it all through a camera. And so sometimes that can be really difficult. It makes it hard to see and read things too. So if you haven't tried it, let me just tell you, it's tricky. So I'm doing my best. Okay, so I'm going to move this over here, and then come back over to here so I can also see what you guys are doing and saying. All right, so let's start off with this magazine, which happens to have, what is that? Is that the line for the movie? That is the line for the movie. I think I mentioned this before on here. I was almost 4 when Star Wars came out. I just aged myself right there. And I remember waiting to see the first movie. I don't know that they're waiting to see the first movie in that picture. That looks like, actually, this shirt that this kid has on right there, that kid right there, that outfit almost looks like what I would have worn at that point in time. That looks almost exactly like a shirt that I had back then. I called it my, I think it was my Bert and Ernie shirt. It kind of had that look to it, those colors, things. But anyway, got some of the artwork in here. Looks like we're featuring Indiana Jones. Talks a little bit about the Coup series. Oh, and some of the astromech that aren't from the movies, but from the series. I watched this guy right here. I actually watched him. What is his name? Neil Harbison. So he has problems with seeing color or seeing visually, period. And he's an artist. And so he had this thing implanted right here into his skull, directly into his line of sight, that allows his color blindness to be basically corrected. He said that somebody hacked it. And so I don't know exactly what they were able to do when they hacked it, but it's kind of interesting. I hate to think what they were able to do when they hacked it. Look at that! It's telling me what I get to do with this new box that they sent me. It's also showing me a screwdriver, which is not one that I have. So does that mean they're going to give me a screwdriver? I don't know. That's a full-size screwdriver, basically, that goes through the center here. So I don't know. Oh, is it in one of these? It's not in this package. Not in that package. It's not in that package. I didn't even get the screwdriver. So why is that picture in there? Let's see if it says. Sometimes it does. The screw box has 20 compartments to keep different sized screws, tapping screws, nuts in order. There's also a central compartment to house your screwdriver. True, but it's not this. This is not the screwdriver in the picture. So I don't know. Maybe it's something I'm getting later. I have seen and heard that there's several things that come along later on. I've been opening the, if you're more of the Iron Man build, interested in the Iron Man build, I received more gifts and things related to Iron Man build, including the stand, and I will say that one's getting pretty exciting too. That build is. This build, we're doing some redundant things because, of course, there's 2 legs. But at least it's not like Iron Man where I have to do 2 arms, 2 legs, like tons of things that are redundant. But, at any rate, so I'm guessing these are the first 3 screws that I get to put inside of my little box here. So I'll stick those inside. I know somebody, close enough, somebody commented that they didn't like when people open things with their teeth. And at the same time, I said that I had a rule for putting this together. I didn't want to do it with things that I didn't receive with the package. So I'm trying to do it, just as if I was out in the woods and I got these boxes. Could I assemble them? And so yeah, I don't have scissors on me, and it didn't come with scissors. So I'm putting it together this way. So this little container has 4 parts right here. This one has me worried. That's an easy piece to lose or forget about. By the way, I'm also filming this on this part right here. I am filming with my new phone. So I just got a Samsung S22 Ultra to replace my Samsung S21 Ultra. So tell me what you think of the video picture quality, because I am thinking I might continue to use it. So at any rate, all right. Oh, that's right. I remember this part before. This might be bad news too. So it didn't come with glue, right? And I just barely told you I'm not going to do anything that I can't, that I couldn't get some type of components or parts for it that came with it. But they also cannot ship glue. I don't know if you knew that. I met with a builder a little while ago. Let me go around this way. Particularly from China, I know. I've ordered several things from China that involved having to assemble it afterwards with different types of glue. At least hobby glue. And so I apologize. I'm trying to get my glue out here, and I pushed my seat too far to be able to do it. There we go. At any rate, hopefully you can still hear me okay. Let's see. Let's see what I got glue-wise. I might not have great glue. Fix all adhesive. That should be good enough. Alright. It's not rocket science. It's nothing major that I'm having to do here. But the reason why they stopped shipping it is because you can't just, there's a lot of countries don't allow you to import it. And so so they'll tell you to go buy certain glues. And I think it's also a liability thing. But anyway, so hello, fellow geeks from Yora. Hi, Yora. Perfect. All right. I don't like this kind of glue typically because it tends to be too gloopy. But for what we're doing, that might be actually just right. So we're just gluing this into here. Why it isn't snappable, I don't know. Or why we're not screwing it in when we're screwing in everything else. But nope, we're gluing it. So just glue that pin into that hole. First thing I got to do, the end of your glue, as you might know, has a little poker for opening it up. And usually when you do that, if there's pressure, it all comes just spilling out. But not in this case. I did all right. I'm going to try and, on live stream, whoop. I'm going to try and do it just here in the cap. And darn it. Okay. Glue. All right. What do you think, classic glue? So I do have some lens wipes here. Yeah, I'll just use one of them if I have to. Before I push it down, I'll go ahead and take one out. All right. And push it down a little bit. And just gotta daub around that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. There's something about that smell. I get that it can get people high, but for me, it just reminds me of doing projects like this, really. So that's nice. All right, that's enough of that. Make sure there's none on my fingers. Perfect. They say glue again. Gosh, darn it. Glue. The D shape. I gotta get the glue out again. Where did I throw it? Interesting. Didn't I throw it away? Oh, it's right here. Never mind. All right. So it says the D shape that's right here. Going to be trying to glue that into here like that. So I don't know. I guess I can put a little bit on here. Tempted to just put it on the hole for the other, but we're going to keep it all near the top because we know it's going to push down. Maybe even spread it a little bit. And then, yeah, that's right, it was the lens wipe that I stuck in there. And then I'm just going to stick this. I have too much glue on. I can already tell. Dang it. At least I caught it beforehand there. You know what I mean? Okay. Oops. And, all right, the excitement of watching glue dry. Here we go. We'll just take a little bit off as a result. I thought it was going to slide all the way down, so I kind of over-planned. All right, here we go. It's still going to be messy, so it is what it is. Hold that down. The best way to do glue like this, really, typically, is that you let it sit for a little while. That lets it activate, unless you're using some kind of spray activator. Okay, it's not exactly the straightest thing in the world, but maybe if I lay it down here for a minute, it will dry that way. Make sure again I don't have any on my fingers. Do the old-fashioned burn it off the glue. Okay. Ah, more gluing? What? Why is there so much gluing on this stupid project. Here we go. Let's just do it. Let's just do it anyways. Doesn't matter. I don't have any more wipes, I don't think. Oh yeah, I do. Got one more wipe. Man, oh man. Gluing is cheaper than threading parts. That's true. Especially when they make you buy the glue. Yep. That is true. They didn't have to do it themselves, huh? That'd be one of my... Okay. I only want it to get inside that thread a little bit. Okay. Then... if the next page has something to do with glue, not gonna be cool. Okay, so it's gonna be tilted forward like this. So for that reason, put it like that. I'm gonna let it dry over here, just like that. So, okay. No more gluing is what it's gonna say. Yep. Good. Better not. No more, man. Alright, so now I'm going to take and put those mounting posts on. I guess it didn't really matter. I didn't really need to put them into my box, but hey, I did use it. See, look, there it is. Just like where they needed to be. And I'm guessing that's a mounting screw. Oops. Sometimes they give you one extra, and there are 3 here, even though there's only 2 screws, holes that we're putting this into. Okay. So, I want to wait until the glue is dry, but since y'all are watching, we're going to just go for it, right? Just go for it. Just threading that through right there. Just got to get one on. Oh, shoot. Don't want the top to get messed up, though. It is a little bit. Okay. So... here's that black screwdriver I'm going to try using, putting it underneath here. I really wish that the video was more in sync already. They delay things so that, you know, you don't have where you can't stop in the case that somebody's doing something bad. Don't do anything bad out there. Hey, speaking of which, not really speaking of anything bad, but at the same time, speaking of Friday night, last night, I went through, we actually did a giveaway, trying to encourage people to check out our last build and to tell me if the audio was working, and then also just to kind of get some people excited again. So I gave away I actually have 2 things, an Amazon gift card and a Steam gift card. I figured I'd give them both away if that video hit 5,000 views, but it didn't quite make that. That's okay. But I did give away one. I'll give away the other one some other time. But right at the moment, the person that won it has not responded to me yet. So if they still don't respond, then I will go to the next person in line. So there you go. So it might still be you. If you made a comment on the grass flocking, gotta be careful when I say that, the diorama for Fallout, then you might still win. So anyway, there's that. Just the way that they said to do it. We're gonna put that over here now, and whoop, I'll still keep the 1 extra screw. I think that's just an extra, but I'll put it over there. Now, so that's one of our magazines. This next one, what is this about? Looks like there's 2 Death Stars there. Anyway, I remember seeing some of these drawings. At any rate, I think I told everyone really my interest in wanting to be a matte painter was from Star Wars. I really thought that was something that I wanted to do, because there's plenty of those, and some of these are really cool. All right. I'm going to try it again. Sluk. Gluing is... Oh, I already said that. I thought that was... I thought that was somebody else that said that. All right, here we are. We're now going to be working on the next portion of the leg, and it looks like it kind of gives us a teaser then for the parts that we're going to be using for his lightsaber. So, bringing my leg back over here. No more gluing parts. No more of that. We are done with that. No more. I'm actually going to break the rules too. I'm going to go out of order on our next build here. Next piece. Put the lightsaber last that way. Alright, look at these parts here. There's that one. There's that one. I'm noticing the bald spot on top of my head. Or at least what I think is developing into one. I don't know. Must be all the pressure from trying to assemble R2 with glue. Alright. And, ooh, I love these. Look at that. That looks really good. It is. It is actually milled and real metal parts. Or at least that one is. Is this one too? This is not on the... Oh! Now I know why they're teasing the lightsaber down at the bottom here. It's because they gave me some of the parts already for it. So look at that. Look how cool that is. There's the little clip to the lightsaber. At the bottom portion of it, I think. How cool is that? I'm really excited about the lightsaber. It feels like it's going to be all metal too for the most part. So that's pretty neat. So I'm going to put those parts right over here for a second. I guess the only part that we're putting on here right now, and I didn't get any screws, but basically we're just aligning it and making sure the pins line up, and we're not actually screwing it in. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Well, sort of. Makes me nervous because that part's just glued on. I don't want it to get messed up. Alright. And then these pins will be coming through here. I wonder if that's what I'm going to do in the next part. So I'm skipping over 41 for a second. I think. Yeah. Let me just glance. A little secret here. Oh. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. What am I saying? Or am I? Yep, I am. Okay, it's only lightsaber stuff. So we're going to go ahead and jump back to this, which is not, I don't think, as much of anything, if anything. Ooh. So, check out all the Jabba the Hutts. They're kind of some of the original ideas. I wonder if they would have gone with some of these initial ideas. The Rancor. I really wanted the full toy when I was a kid, but he was expensive. My friends had one. They also had Jabba. I didn't have Jabba either, the one that slides back and forth, but really kind of wanted it. So it's one of those things where these days I could still get it. It's showing some telehealth stuff. Robotics in healthcare. These are the robots that literally can drive from one patient's room to another, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to see if I can stick that back in there. I don't know if that's actually doing me any good. Has an NVIDIA chip in it, it looks like, for that one. And lets them be inside their room or observe them. There's a camera usually on the top. In this case, it's over here on the bottom. Or nope, it's up here at the top. Get a speaker and things. They can do quite a few things, but I've also seen them because I work in the healthcare field. I never operated one. I've done other types of telehealth, but the idea of driving something around sounds interesting to me, but I think it would bring me a lot of concerns. We do have a robot that does surgeries where I am, and can do them more precisely, particularly when you're talking about anything having to do with areas of the body that you wouldn't want to go with your hands. They don't fit as well. So, at any rate, there's that. This one, I think, it's pretty straightforward. So, it's giving me just a couple parts here, a couple few. No screws. I hope no screws because I haven't seen any. That's one complaint I have about R2 is that rather than putting the screws inside separate bags every time, sometimes they just have them like loose in the box or in the package, and you run the risk of losing them before you do anything. So, at any rate. All right, D3 Epsilon X2. I wonder what it would have been like. Let's see. What it would have been like if R2D2 had a head that flips up like a Muppet. He'd be kind of like a garbage can, is what it'd be like. Speaking of which, we actually have a viewer who made an R2D2 from a garbage can and a bunch of like office supply parts. So it was all trash. So they made it from a trash can, all from trash. At any rate, yep, true. It would have changed the movie if it would have been like this kind of thing. Is what you're thinking? Hi, everybody. Yo, from the Listening Fat. Hey, Listening Fat. And this looks like fun to build. Also nice that you can read about the story of R2D2. It's true, Yora. I think, honestly, if you want to invest the time in reading, which I have gone back and looked over some of the stuff. I've also read some of them before. I've done some of the builds. This piece right here goes right there. And yet they don't tell you to do that yet. So I just kind of did something that they didn't tell me I should be doing yet, but that's where it goes, just so you know. It doesn't look like, yep, they don't tell me to do it. These two parts right here, you might be like, oh, well, what do those two do? What are you going to be doing with those? How are you going to, what are you going to do, screw them together or stick them together? Nope, we just get a look at them. It's just basically, we look at them like this, and we can kind of stick them like a puzzle together, but that's it. We are officially done with that part, so, yep. All right, so that brings us to our lightsaber. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I'm going to put the leg parts over here. So, this is the big part of this build. Check those out. That is the part of the original costume, actually. They did change this, I know, to the ones that breathe better and that he was able to kind of lift up. But look at that. Imagine wearing those to bed at night. Right now, the prop store is selling a bunch of Star Wars stuff that is costuming. And, oh yeah, look at all that. Anyway, soft robotics, look at that. That is very cool. The 8-armed Octobot is claimed by Harvard University's creators to be the world's first autonomous soft-body robot. It has no rigid parts whatsoever, deriving its locomotive power from chemicals. Oh, interesting. That circulate around its body. Oh, so it doesn't have any motor system to it. How do you circulate them if you're not? I'm guessing it looks like there's some, almost like a heart system, basically. Pumps things through. Here's some more. This one looks awkward, doesn't it? Kind of looks like the surgical one. Future Soft Robots 3D printed worm. Any rate. So yeah. Here we are. This is it. Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. And so it says the parts provided are used to complete Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, for which you received the first parts in the other package that I already opened. And to join the sections together securely, you'll need, oh, don't tell me super glue. Super glue! Oh, why can't you just screw it together? I mean, really? Let's see how much of it has to be glued, though. I guess. Let me see if I think I'm going to put my little picture here up in the corner so I'm not bothering some things so easily. So, okay. And hopefully. So, all right. Fine. We'll open up our bag. We definitely have some screws in here that I got to be really careful about. Again, look at how they store them in here. Really easy to miss. But anyway, over here I've got my garbage side that you might be able to see a little bit actually in the camera. And then on my right, I've got all the parts up to this point. I think we'll probably have some extra screws, so I'm going to open this up too. And in case you missed it, let's see here. True. Okay. Trying to make sure I catch anything you guys right. All right. Got those. I think these are the big long ones. This is the end. And then oh, what am I doing? This thing actually is encased. All the other parts have not been encased, but this one is fully encased. Ooh, and there's really, really tiny parts. Look at those. Itty bitty, teeny tiny, itty bitty parts. So I'm gonna double check that I don't have any more that just rolled around in there. Oh, I see what they go to too. Okay. Let me see if I can organize these in a way that makes sense. So, ooh, one of them is rolling away. Put those two together. So let's see here. I've got this part goes at this end. Then we got this piece right there. Then we got this piece right here, right? Then, wait, I left a part out. I got this piece right here. That piece, then this piece, then this piece. Yes, so far so good. Then I've also got right here, this one right here, and then this one goes on top. It's nice that they repainted them. Makes it look more clean and uniform. It goes right there. And then, yeah. It does look like I got more than one of these screws. So I'm going to put one of them. It doesn't even fit inside these little cubes. And then we got some little ones here of different colors. It doesn't even look like I use all these screws either. I'm only using the black ones, it looks like. So I could put this over here for a second. Oh, maybe. Oh, I see what we're going to be gluing. I guess that kind of makes sense. Okay. All right. So, the time has come to do this. So I laid mine out a little different than theirs. I think it would roll away if I did it like that. But, at any rate. And then put those ones right here. Is Michael Paget on? Michael's not around. Michael has built one of these. And he often tells me what I've done, right or wrong. But at any rate, what scale is the lightsaber? Well, since the R2's half scale, I'm guessing this must be as well. But it does look smaller, doesn't it? A little bit. Any rate, it's supposed to be half scale, so we'll see. So they laid it out like I did, very good. And we're using some 2mm screws. Put those two pieces right there. The 2mm screws. Those look like these ones. I wish they. That's another thing. So with the Iron Man version, all the little packages of screws are all marked. So they'll say things like LM and things like that. These, no. And in fact, they even mix the screws together. So yeah, let's see what happens. So the first thing they're having me do, I think, is glue parts. Carefully fit one of the location pins onto one of the grooves in DF89, securing it with a drop of super glue. I wish I had different super glue than this. So I would rather use stuff I don't think I have right now. I usually use these little teeny tiny dropper ones, and I just run out of them really quick because I'm always doing stuff. always building things. So I don't think I have any. Let me double check here. Ah. Yep. Here's my organization system for my glue. Normally it's much more organized, but I was trying to get ready for this, and I just threw everything that was on the floor into it. Whereas normally I'd go through and figure out what I'm putting where. So this would be too strong, so I don't want to use that. And normally the other stuff I use is right here. I'm lucky enough that I have one little container of it. Got some clear grip contact adhesive. That's pretty good stuff. This is pretty good. That might work. This also might work. Craft glue. Very possible. I want to be careful with that, but I could use that as well. Yeah. So, those are my options. Oh, I do have one. Yeah. See that? You just hang in there. Eventually you might get one. These are my favorites. Okay, so that's what I'm going to use. I hope it opens up. Okay. All right. The longest thing is the glue. Now, in the normal videos, that's also the part that I would have edited out. It seemed all smooth. But at any rate, I'll just put some right here. That's what I'm going to do. Is this already used? It is. Come on, baby. Oh, here's my... Okay. Is that going to be adequate to open it? Maybe? No? Oh, well, there's some glue right there. All right. Great. Also something that we use at my work to a certain extent. All right, these pages are not coming apart again. All right. So, man, okay. What am I supposed to be doing with this again? I hold it like this, and I'm going to be sliding these into place with a little bit of glue, it says. All right. There's one on each side. They're the same. They look like, so one side looks like it has, like it's kind of tapered. Maybe both are, and it's hard to see with the eye, but at any rate. So, what to do? Oh, I don't like this. All right. All right, there we go. I'll just make that go away forever. And swish. Okay. So, put one on this side. Like that. Why am I gluing this on? Why didn't they just... I don't see what the benefit was of making it this way. Why not just mold it that way? I don't know. So strange. So strange. So strange. But there it is. Nonetheless. Huh. Yep. They're the same size, but they do also seem to be kind of sticking out differently on the two sides. So, whatever. Alright. We'll see what happens next. I don't want to get any on this thing. Whoops. Did I do anything? There we go. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, so that part now supposedly goes into here. This is the cool bottom with the little part that just looks great. Okay. So I'm just sliding it. Do I have to glue it at all? Lining up the groove and pin. Adding a few drops of glue. I think this time I'm going to use this glue. Because at least I can control it more and I don't have an applicator, so. Doesn't matter which side, huh? Okay. A few drops of glue. Sort of a few drops, right? Okay, and then we just stick it in like that. Just like that. There's that. Oop, I could use a wipe to clean it, but I need some more wipes, I think, but at the same time, I think we're going to just let that dry the way it is in order to keep it from getting funkified. And then I can always hit this with heat later as well as the alcohol, and it'll come right off, so I'm not going to worry about that right at the moment. Okay. So, there's that. We turn the page. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, if that's all there was to it, I'm going to be really mad. Putting that to the side now. All right. We're grabbing this piece right here. And then we're lining up the 2 screw holes and adding this part on. That's weird. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. We're adding this part on like this. I've got a part that I really want to shave down. But they didn't give me any sandpaper, so I'm going to, or anything else, so I'm just going to scrape that, I guess. Maybe repaint it later. Okay. I lined up the screw holes now. And we're putting in 2 of the 6mm screws, which I think are these. We'll find out when I stick them in. All right. Does it come with a kyber crystal and power source? That would be cool, wouldn't it? I think you have to go to Galaxy's Edge for something like that. Not that you couldn't add it. There is obviously it's hollow. I could put something like that inside. That'd be neat, and light it up too, like the ones that you get out there. Or also the other place where you can do that is in the new cruise liner, whatever they call it, Galaxy Cruise ship. I think I see the difference between these 2 screws. Pretty sure we're wanting to put in the flathead ones. Yes, we are. So, not that one. Not that one. This one right here. All right. Maybe. Is it? Oops, right here. Again, that's the problem with watching a screen while you're trying to build things, is that you're going to find it never lines up right because you can't see. All right, so we got those 2. Now we're taking this part right here, and it says just, oh, does it say glue? I should have done a contest to see how many times this thing says glue, just out of curiosity. We did a podcast this morning. We were talking about One Piece, and it seemed like it never went away. We kept saying the words One Piece came up as a joke with everything. So we decided later on we should have done contest or counter. See how many times it said. Okay. So I'm just sticking this. I don't think it matters which direction. Into those holes right there. And then just applying it, pushing it down, I guess. But it isn't just smoothly going in, is it? No. There it goes. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Just look at it. This part right here is a little rough. I'm going to straighten that out later. But the other side looks great. Anyway, so okay. So we've got that piece. Now, what we're doing is we're taking this part, which I've already put the pin on. It says to put the pin on it, but I already did that. A few drops of glue, predictably, of course. That's what they're going to ask for. It looks like the part that I glued on, though, speaking of which, is it's not staying in the groove very well. There we go. So now, does it matter which direction we do this? They look... Oh, it is. It's this side. This is supposed to go down. So I got this side right here that has this piece. It's going to go onto that piece. Of course, I've got the little right there. Okay. Pushing it together. Again, I'm going to get some... I'm going to get some of my lens wipes and wipe that down. Wish I had some more just sitting here. Where are all the lens wipes? Okay, and then from there, I'm going to be taking this part, probably also adding some glue. Am I right about that? Yep, for a few drops of glops of glue, a few glops of it. This time I think I'm going to put it here a little bit. I don't see any reason for doing it on the side at this point. And, oh, the only thing is I can't tell where the little part is. It's supposed to line up. There it is. Okay, here we go. Lining that up with there. Pushing them together. Just like that. Okay. I do need to go get some lens wipes. Hang on just a sec. Enjoy that screen for a second. If I was doing this in the other room, I would have my, there we go. I'd have my heat gun and a little special solution I usually use to remove glue. And then this sort of thing would look great. There we go. Okay. But I can still do that after the fact. I just want to clean it up enough where it's not spreading anywhere. And so... Okay. Yeah, this is where I want to hit it with the hot gun. All right, heat gun, and that part looks fine. All right. It's mostly just right here that I gotta get it more. All right, good enough for right now, and then Okay, put that over there. Next, fit the long fixing screw through from this side. So this side. Fit the long fixing screw through. Okay. So long fixing screw looks like that. And then we're going to take those, fit them through this side of this, I guess. Okay. Just like that. And then we're going to take those, we're going to fit them onto here like this. And then, you know, now that I see what they're doing, kind of going back to classic glue reviews is I think not only could I do some other things on the inside, but definitely we could make this light up and turn on. But for the purpose of the purpose, that is just fine. I do like this. That's pretty cool. It does look a lot like Luke's lightsaber, but I do have some molding issues right here. I don't love that I had to use glue, because of course I get messy right here, although I'll clean that up like I said. Let it dry a little bit. Heat gun, a little bit of even just this would work, and that'll come right off real cleanly looking. But I think I'm going to repaint areas of this too. But anyway, so that right there will eventually go inside of here. And it has some good weight to it because it is metal. I mean, I think this part right here is the only part that's not metal. These parts are. So, anyway, yeah, kind of neat. So it would slide right into here, I guess, like so. And then it pops up. So I am kind of excited about that because when I first saw the ad and as I've been watching this and as I've been, trying to prepare to build it, I really thought that it was just a mechanism where there was only this much that stuck out, and it was just a mechanism that had that kind of glued onto the end. So the fact that it actually has a full, lightsaber prop that goes and slides into it and then comes out, and you can actually take it out when it pops out, that's pretty neat. I do not mind that. So the only issue is, it says that completes the lightsaber. The only issue is I really wanted to be able to test this ejection system pretty badly, but the pins do not match my testing unit. So I'm guessing that these will eventually plug into something else, and because there's two different separate parts to it. So there's a gear system right here. We have a motor right here, and then I think this is a sensor or a cutoff switch is what the reason for this side. These are both cutoff switches, so it can only go this far, then go that far. It knows when it's open versus when it's closed. So this is your sensors, and then here's my motor. But at any rate, so we'll see what else this connects to. I'm guessing there's probably a larger board that controls this, and that these are probably plugged into that board, is my guess. But at any rate, in the meantime, I also want to be a little careful with my new lightsaber, so we'll put that inside of a bag here. And, oops, I turned it the wrong way. There we go. There's that. Got my screwdriver. This is supposed to be able to go in here now. I've also got some different types of screws that I could put into here. So I get that. I get a black one, another couple black ones, and it looks like I'm really paying attention to where I'm putting these. There, that, and that. And that is our building portion of the stream, which brings us to the let's open a bunch of stuff part of the stream. Let's see. I just clicked on the wrong thing here. There we go. Yeah. All right. I'm going to put my glue away before that becomes a problem. So, no way around it. If you're going to build the R2-D2, you'll need glue. I don't think I've had to use any glue on the Iron Man build, but I guess you never know. I won't say that I won't. So, at any rate, speaking of Star Wars, I had this idea in mind. I've really been wanting to do something that seems like it's been popular lately, which are these kind of book nooks. which is basically little spaces that you would put inside of a bookcase, little spaces between the books, filling them up with some type of diorama or some type of build. And so I've been wanting to do that. I was trying to come up with some way to do that, and so I saw this on Amazon literally last week, and I decided I was going to buy it because it was on sale, number one. Number two, we've got the Prime Days things going on, right? And I got really excited about it. So this right here is from episode 4. It's also technically from Rogue One. They show some of it too. This is the Tantive 4 corridor, and it comes with one figure and is a portion of the corridor. I actually have 2 of these, so when you put them together, they turn into. Let me see if I can give you a better view of some things on this box. Now remember, you can also tell me if you want me to show you something a little bit better or differently. But as you can see here, I've got different ways that we can put together this corridor scene. And not only does it have the corridor itself, but it also has this other section, which is where Princess Leia gives the message to R2-D2. So kind of like that right there. And so for that same reason, I also bought this right here, Princess Leia and R2-D2. So anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and open those too, so we can stick those inside. These are part of the classic series. Now this set is for the old classic. I think it's 3.75 is how they actually mark it as far as inches. If you're in a different region, it might say something slightly different. This is the scene that we're going to be trying to reenact with them. I'll hold on to that as a reference. That's a pretty good reference. So, all right, as we pop off the back here. My R2-D2 that was this size when I was a kid was nothing more than a tube with a sticker wrapped around it. And you can still get this. And surprisingly, the one that I had that had such little detail to it is extremely expensive. I saw several online, and I just think, wow, I had actually 2 of those for the longest time. They were apparently worth some money. I can't remember if you can pull the leg out and replace it. Seems like there's something you're able to do with this, but maybe it just stays in place. So we should be able to roll him back a little bit, and let's see where comfortably his leg goes. Not too far back. So yeah, let's look at that card again. Actually, in the picture, he does have all 3 legs down, but it's supposed to be forward, so maybe that's not a big deal. Well, maybe it is, because he won't go forward. Maybe I can turn this around so that it faces the other way. But I might have to cut it out to do that. I'll have to ask Mr. Toy Ploy how he would do it. But yeah, you got the head. The thing that was cool about mine when I was a little kid was that it was created in such a way that the plastic down on the inside would clip the sides, and so it made the R2-D2 sound a little bit, kind of just using plastic clipping against each other to be able to make it. Any rate, so yeah. Metal latch. You can. Oh wait. You can push it down and slide the pins out of the plug. Oh, what's that about? If it doesn't come with that, oh no. Oh, this is Commander Wolf Hadley. It says if you run into problems putting together lightsabers, Classic Blue says first, yeah, you'll need to go speak with Master Pierce. At any rate, and then Commander Wolf didn't miss too much. You can always play this back later if you really wanted to see that put together. A Listening Fat says sweet, and yeah, gluing, screwing, cool, me too. But yeah, what's this say? The pins inside the plug have a small metal latch You can push it down and slide the pins out of the plug. You're referring to the R2-D2, the test one? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. Motors, wires, power cables, always fun to mess with. Looks cool. Classic Glue says, Yoris says, pretty sweet. So, yep. Anyway, there you go. So that's R2. I don't mind that the colors are fairly good. I mean, for this size of a figure, not too shabby. I'm probably going to do a little bit of a paint app on them, but the upside to this one versus mine was these parts actually have all the details going around. So there's that. Leia, I have a figure inside my, I think it's inside my Millennium Falcon right now, that looks a little bit more like her. This one kind of doesn't for the most part, but that's okay. We'll see how it looks from the side, and if I can pose her. I'll have to bend the legs, maybe break them and glue them to get her into the right pose, because I'm trying to get this pose right here is what's going to happen. And so yeah, so that's the idea. So where is she going to go? I don't know why I focus so much on Princess Leia. Let's bust this thing out, right? So let's see here. Oh, okay. Schlielen says, I meant you can take the plug apart to hold the pins directly to it. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I could do that for testing that part. I think the other issue is, though, it's bi-directional. So I'm guessing that's part of the thing to it. Is it's not just direct power that's running it. I think it's polarized, so it would run it two different directions. I'm not sure, but Commander Wolf Hadley says I'll have to go at least. I'm getting to see the loot. That's true. You can catch it later too, right? So I'm pretty excited about this. But on the flip side, I wrote when I bought it. I wrote to our friend Vince, and he said he bought them as well. Also bought two to make the full set, and said that the plastic was basically the same as the plastic you use, or that they make hair a shampoo from. That they put the shampoo in. So it's that kind of plastic. But at the same time, a couple of things I'm already aware of is these pins. These pins, I know if you buy this, they're kind of loose in the box, or you have to watch for them. A lot of people miss them. That's what helps the characters to stand up, and they have a little place for you to store them away. But if you don't catch them, you'll lose them. So I'm not seeing it inside the box itself. Put that over there. Right off the bat, I have my. Let's see. Whoops! You're getting better at my name. Am I? Sheelen Schluten? Something like that. Maybe I'll get closer. But at any rate, so here is the box. When you're starting to open it, as you can see, here's a figure. The figure is actually hard to get a hold of. It is kind of a remodel of an older figure, but on the flip side, it's not exactly the same. And so this is special to this kit. And so a lot of people have been frustrated that they'd actually have to buy the kit, like another kit, to have a second one, or a third one, or a fourth one. But there are some similar figures that you can get that are just slightly different. This stock right here has all my parts for the Princess Leia scene, and I am going to quickly pull those out. I haven't seen the parts for the feet yet. Ouch. That hurts. I should use my scissors. I'm not bound to any rules anymore. I don't have to use just what they sent in the package, because they don't send naturally. This did not come with scissors, but anyway, cut these parts, trim, and one more, trim. All right. So there's some of these parts right here. They'll look pretty similar. They're still going to need some tweaking, and I also know that I can use some different things to create the bars that are supposed to go between them. But we can look into that a little bit more. I'm actually going to do a separate video where I repaint this whole thing and add lighting to it. So there's one of my walls right there. But as you can see right here, I can take it apart. So it's not fixed to be put together like this. We can put it together in many different ways to build as big of a ship as we want to, interior. Here's that character I was talking about. And if we flip it around, this is the Rebel Fleet Trooper. You can actually see the Rebel Fleet Trooper right here. But that's not the one that you would look up if you're trying to find him on eBay. He goes by a different name. So there's that from Rogue One. And I'm going to put him right here. And then, still not seeing those pegs for the feet yet. There's that one over there. Ooh, okay, these are cool. I am excited about this. Check this out. So you got these doors. Yeah? Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty neat. So my idea is that on the top portion of the book thing, the book nook, it's going to have this scene where Darth Vader is walking through. I do have a Darth Vader, by the way. Where'd he go? Let's see where he went. He might have gone missing on me. I've been moving things around here. But we'll have the Darth Vader with the stormtroopers in front of it, and then these guys over here on the other side, and that'll go out about this far. And then on the bottom part, we'll have Princess Leia doing her scene, is my plan. So, anyway, that's one door. We have two doors right there. And still no foot pegs. But I'm going to be worried if I get all the way to the bottom and there's still no foot pegs. Is it possible they taped them onto something? There's part of the floor. Here's another piece of the floor. Oh, it's... Okay, yeah. I was going to say. The angled piece... No, the angled piece is on there. Huh. Strange. Any rate. So, this is the angled part of the floor where it jots off in the movie. Where they're hiding around the corner. And R2 and C-3PO are walking. And still not seeing any foot pegs. If you're hearing a lot of rolling and banging going on, that's my family upstairs walking around because, you know, life and stuff like that. No foot pegs. Like I said, at least I was warned that they are supposed to be somewhere. Not seeing them there. Oh, there's my Darth Vader. One of them. I have two. I have another one that's about here that I'm planning on using. But the problem with the one that I got is that this portion of it isn't accurate. He has the chain. So I'm thinking about swapping some parts out. Plus I feel a little bit better about drilling into this guy because I'm going to be replacing his breastplate with one that will light up. So that'll shine through what I'm planning to do to make it look foggy in the background. Or like there's smoke, which is not going to be cotton based. Oh, I found him. I think I found him. Maybe. Nope. Nope. No foot pegs. Huh. Well, that's interesting. So, even knowing that it's supposed to come with them, I still didn't find the foot pegs. Now the foot pegs, they could have stored them here. This is where they're supposed to store when you're not using them. And they do help to pose your figures naturally. So it keeps the ground nice and flat otherwise and doesn't make it look like it's meant to be a Star Wars set. Go back through my parts. Maybe it's possible. Is it possible it's stuck to something else? It's stuck to another section. If you have this kit, you know where in the world that is supposed to be, let me know. It'll be a very big diorama. Where do we put it? It'll be in a bookcase. So it should be. I know it looks pretty wide, doesn't it? But as you can see, this can actually break into sections. So it would be like this much of a section, basically. And so hopefully that wouldn't be too deep. But at any rate, whoops. So I'm just trying to get where I can be caught up with everyone else. So at any rate, we'll see. We'll see how well it works, one way or another. That's kind of my plan. I don't see the pegs on here either. That would have been the other place to hide them. So strange. Do they have instructions of telling you where to find them? No. It does show you the foot pegs though, so this is what the foot pegs are supposed to look like right there. I don't know. But for the most part, that is what this kit looks like. So just imagine when we have two of them. Let's go ahead. Do you want to assemble it? Should we assemble it? Sure. Why not? Okay. We'll assemble it with the way that it is so far. And, okay, just so I can see how far out we have to do this. So doing that right there. Now on the back is where these are supposed to slot in or hook onto. I'm not going to do that just yet. But on this side, first off, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it, how does it go? Yep, like this. So this part right here, this part sticks onto it like that. And then it does the same thing. Whoops. Right here. I should have stuck this onto the side first. I did not. So this is the way not to do it. Right here. What I'm doing is not good. Just put it back on here. I don't know. I get what he was saying about it's cheaper plastic, but it's not that bad. I can see. I mean, if this was backlit, you could probably tell more. If this, yeah, if this had lighting behind it, you could probably see my finger a little bit behind the plastic. So I get where he's coming from. But if I spray the back of that with the nice light gray, that'll prevent any light from coming through and from other colors showing through. And then that way I can also get other light bleed, and then I can do these in more of a nice metallic or gunmetal. I have to look at the movie to see exactly how it looks in the movie. And then it's strange. It feels like, okay, like this. There we go. Okay, like that. I get it. Okay, and then this door goes right here, I guess, and it goes on, see, right like that. Okay, so, oh, it does hook on. Strange. The parts don't line up that way. Okay, there we go. There it goes. Okay. So, here we got that. So I could have my my stormtroopers and Darth Vader's down here. Actually, Darth I have on this side of the door like this, right? So I can be inside of a kind of a foggy area. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And then over here we can have, need our other guy. I need to take him out. And I don't want to lose. It'd be great if the pegs were in here. Are they in here? That'd be wonderful. It's just like, oh yeah, there they are. They're in there. Oh, he has all sorts of little things. There's that. Here's a, this is from when they're on the planet. A little scanner thing. There you go. Put that right there. He has a ball cap. This is the alternative. I thought that was a separate character, the one that had the caps on them. So you can switch out his head part to make him be a slightly different figure. I like that. Yeah, that gun fits nicely onto the finger. It's pretty good. Look at that. And then, a little stiff though. Little stiff. I'm almost worried about breaking it, but nope. It's not bad to have stiff joints because you're guaranteeing some things. Let's see if I can also bring it together with this one to, yeah, something like that. We can also put him bending a knee a little bit and the other knee. And this is where pegs would have been nice because he would have been right about there. And it's going to be hard to make him do the pose that's in the scene. Oh, ankles do bend though. So, yeah, if I have the pegs, he'd look just fine, but he's not going to stand up that way without those. Any rate, I can also put this on his. Where does this go? Does this go on his leg or does this go on his arm? I'm not sure. Any rate, I do want to see what he looks like with the different hat. There he is. Put this hat on. Very nice. Or maybe he likes to wear it like this, you know, West Side. All right, pretty good. So, any rate, that's that kit. Let's see here. Commander Wolf says, "How are you going to add LED filament for the blaster firing, or just posed battle scene?" That's, you know, I've been thinking about that. So, I do have LED filaments. Actually, it's the same kind that goes inside the lights, and the issue I have with that is on dioramas that I've seen is that you see the pegs too easily, you know, because you have to send power to both sides. If I did it, I'd probably have to put it on the sides over here so that so you couldn't see it behind, and then maybe we could have an angle of a laser going this way. But that's one way to do it. There's actually another technology that I'm thinking about using, and I'll have to wait and see what I end up going with. I will be making a video when I put that all together and I actually make it, which I think I'm making in about 2 weeks, because that's when I get the rest of my stormtroopers and my other Darth Vader and stuff like that. But I have 2 of these guys, so that works out so far. And then the other thing that we have, I'll put this over here for a second. So I don't want to lose any of these parts, but like that. Let's see. Let's see how this. I see now why I'd need those walls to hold these on. But at any rate, let's see. Here's the other ones. So total, I'll have 8 of these. So you do need both kits to have the right number of these sidewalls. And then Princess Leia standing, Organa standing, there she is, standing like this and feeding them the info. There he is. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so that's my current plan, but I'm going to also add a lot of extra parts and maybe also 3D printed parts, so, or 2. But that is that kit that I bought. Are you wanting to see some other things too? Oh, let's see here. Could 3D print the foot pegs. I could. Luckily, because I do have 2 of these sets, I'll have enough foot pegs for everybody. I'll be curious when I open the other one. When I find the pegs, I'll have to tell you where they were. Hopefully, or maybe I'll find them today and they just fell out somewhere. I don't know. But we'll have to see. They didn't fall on the floor. Yeah, I don't know. I'll put that over there. Check out Boiler Hobby Time on YouTube. He hides the wires very well. Yeah, I've actually, that's where I've seen it probably done the most. The wires, as far as those LED wires. I don't know. I just think for a set like this, especially where everything's white, because you probably saw one of his where it's sticking out to the ground, and the problem was he had snow, and I think it'd be a similar situation here. So it's hard to hide those wires. But let's shift gears for a second to the wand company. Now, the only thing, by the way, that I'm showing you today that I was given for free was the fan home parts that we've been putting together. They sent those out to me. I don't get paid on the side for doing any other review stuff or anything like that, so definitely invest more time than probably those parts are worth in making the videos. So, because the videos cost me a bit, but at the same time, I have been excited about the tricorder. In case you didn't know, so Wand Company is releasing a working tricorder. Everything they make is usually working. I'll show you a few things here. Let me close this for a second. Let's make this a little different size. And shoot. So a few things. In case you don't know who the Wand Company is, they are the ones that make things like the Pip-Boy 2000 kit that I did in my videos. They also made these fleas right here that I also happen to own. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. And you can see it right there. So, yeah, it's always stuff that works, and it's always stuff that's full scale. So you might think, well, the fleas are not full scale. That's not true. No, actually it is. So these are not supposed to be the actual cars. These are supposed to be the models that the car company gives to their employees for numbers of years of service. And so they're like desk models that you would get. And for that same reason, they released multiple different ones, and that's why you also get a pin that represents the number of years worked. So if you have one of these models, you also got a pin, and that pin says how many years basically you've been with that company or things like that. And then they released some special ones. They released even some very special editions that were only for employees of GameStop. And I know a lot of GameStop employees that got them ended up reselling them for hundreds of dollars. One of them actually went for a few $1,000s. So anyway, that's that. They also made things like this sonic screwdriver, which is it powered up? Let's see if it is. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, the batteries are dead. But this lights up and things, makes sounds, but it also will control your television and do anything that has an IR type of input. So you could even use it for doing some other remote control things. So that's kind of cool. They made Pokeballs recently that light up as your hand reaches closer to them, and look, they just released the friendship ball, I think it is. But yeah, the tricorder, it's coming out pretty soon, and pretty soon. I mean, it's coming out soon enough. And pretty excited about it because it does a lot of things that we were hoping that the Pip-Boy would be able to do. It'll be able to measure radiation. It can measure, different environmental things. It can tell you the weather, stuff like that. It can log into the internet. It shows you different things, artwork and things that are related to Star Trek, and also gives you the sounds. They made a phaser that was kind of like the sonic screwdriver. It was a controller. And then they made this. So this right here, which even has one of the cool things is about this. So NCC 17, of course, you know, is part of the call numbers for the USS Enterprise. But what's really funny is they had to put, by law, you have to put all of your registration symbols and stuff on. You have to put on things that don't look in world, in universe, like this right here, right? So we have the serial number for example, that has to be on the bottom, as well as who made it. And they were so determined to make this still be in world, even with that they used for the ID number. The ID number is 2AFJA1701. So sticking with the world itself. It has a nice case that it comes with. This is the communicator right here. And what happens is you can power this on, and then let me see if I can get a nice picture of it. If you can see it, the insides are actually moving, just like in the show, and give that visual effect. You can have it play sounds.
Captain Kirk, message from Starfleet Command. Top priority. Power cell drained.
Oh, power cell drained. That's something that's cool. So it's saying I need to charge it when you flick it open, right? But also, this is actually a Bluetooth device that connects with my phone. So if I was to flick it open, I don't have it paired with my phone right at the moment, but if you flick it open and you say to it, call so-and-so, it will call them, and you can talk to them on your communicator, or you can receive calls from it. You can tell it to play music, all of that. The way that it charges is wirelessly, and it does it right here. It has this little stand, and so if let's see here, gotta put it like this. So you put this together like this, and then I think clip it. Oh, it already clipped. So it's like that, and then I just stick it to that, which is magnetic, and then the charger actually connects to this thing, so that way it's all magnetically charged. So I can wirelessly charge this. It also has a little belt clip holster for it. But yeah, that's something that's kind of fun. It's to go along with this, and because I'm planning on doing a video eventually related to the tricorder, and I really needed some other things. When I get the phaser, I'll show you that as well. But anyway, so that's my communicator from the wand company. This can't be purchased from the wand company anymore. It is discontinued as far as they go. But if you go on eBay like I did, you can still get something like this. So anyway, that's that. And then something else I found recently that I like. Actually, let's see here. Oh, let me catch up with you a little bit. Commander Wolf and Luke. I'm still wide awake. Show what else you got. Okay, well, yeah, I've got more stuff. Only Flea we actually want. That's true. It'd be really cool if they actually use that in the show or in some of the newer games. I talked this morning on our podcast about all the new stuff that's happening in relation to Fallout, and there is a lot of stuff going on in relation to Fallout, from Fallout 5 to the TV series. We're finally actually seeing some snapshots of the sets, of a shelter, some power armor, and of course the market. You've got the new mod for Fallout 4 for being able to multiplayer in it, things like that, and then some new aspects for the London version. Any rate, looks like Spock's tricorder, freaking cool. I need that. And then the phone pairing is awesome. I agree. Those are all things that I like about that communicator. Ooh. Now I've got somebody riding around upstairs on the floor. I also got this. I don't know if you can see this right here, but this is one of these things that they try to sell you. I was on Amazon. I was like, sure, I'm curious. I'm curious to see how it works. I meant to take it on a trip with me recently. It's a hiking stick, right? The way it works is you push down on this button like this, pull this pin straight down like this, and then if you can, what we do is, let's see if this works. It knocks something or it shoots out somewhere. Let's see. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Oh! Hey, that's not too bad. any rate, so it instantly turns into this fairly hard, actually, pole staff thing. It is metal, and it's a cool party trick, essentially. It's a little dangerous in the way that it shoots out. Putting it back together, I've actually kind of learned how to do this at this point, but it doesn't take too long. I think that's the thing that people get most stuck on, is how do you put it back together very fast. And the key is you've got to do it a million times first, and then when you get it down to here, latch it through like that, and boom, it's back to that shape. So anyway, that's that. Y'all open for some Fallout Vault Boy stuff? This is something that I saw not too long ago and decided to get it. It is, I thought that it is official Fallout stuff, but this is, I don't know that it is. It does come from China. It's from the same group that makes some other sets, and any rate, I decided I wanted to get it because I was going to do part of a video with it and thought it would be fun to put on the shelf. It's not too big, and the great thing about it is, okay, put that right here. It is kind of, it's kind of hammered on one side, so it has all these different parts. Here's a part of the stand. This is for plugging into his back to make him stand. Here's some of his different arms that you can use, some of the different hands. The peg, I don't know where the peg goes. That might be his neck peg. And then, if you open up this side, there we go. Then we have this little guy right here. So here is the Vault Boy. And as you can see, you can pose him, which is kind of fun. Move his hands and stuff like that. Move his head. And because you can also put him on here, you can make him do some of the things that he does in the game, like standing on one finger kind of thing. But I can switch out some of my parts. So let's go ahead and switch out some parts. Let's do a pose with some of the things that it comes with. Some of the poses that you can do with this are pretty dark. For example, you can do this one for the cannibal version of himself, and it comes with, for him to hold and eat, you get a leg right here with the bone sticking out, or you've got a hand right here that also has eventually it'll come out. I think it has some tape on it. That's the problem. There it goes. Or there's a hand also with bones sticking out. At any rate, we've got a hat that it comes with, party hat, and a Nuka-Cola bottle. So at any rate, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this face where he's winking. I'm going to put that in here, and then just like that, put the hair back on, just like that. Okay. I like the pointing finger, but I kind of want to put it on the other arm. Is that a possibility? Oh, yeah, it is. Look at that pointing finger. I think that's the one that you use, actually, for him to demonstrate his abilities. But at any rate, so we're going to do that like this. And then this one, I think we're going to take the hand off here. I'm going to use this hand right here. It has a little plug in it, and put it right there. I'm going to take my take my Nuka-Cola, and I'm going to stick that right on to that peg that's in his hand, just like that. See? And then that lets us do a pose, kind of like this. But I'd like him to be able to stand up on his own. So we'll get this arm out here. I'm not sure which direction it goes. Obviously, the pegs are different sizes. Maybe it goes like this. Maybe. Okay, yep. All right, and then stick that into the back of his back right here, and now we can pose him. So yeah, there we go. I can even make him look like he's walking. We could do some stop animation, which was my original plan for him. And yeah, there you go. Let's see. Yeah. At any rate, so that's that. I kind of like him a lot. I keep all my extra parts, by the way. If you have a lot of stuff like this, for example, my Hot Toys and other figures that you have to kind of keep multiple pieces for, I keep them all in one drawer. That way I can use them later if I want to. Oh, should have kept. I thought I kept both parts of the plastic, but maybe. Oh, here it is. Nope. I don't know. Here we go. There it is. Just put that back on there. Keep that part in the box. Just like that. It is always Fallout ready. Commander Wolf says off-brand pop figure. Still cool. I agree. A Ranger fighting stick from from Babylon. A Ranger fighting stick from Babylon 5, referring to the walking stick I did a few minutes ago. That's the sling. Sealant Slook. Am I getting worse on that? I probably am. Any rate. So yeah, I'm going to put him over there. Might bring him back here in a second in relation to one of my last things that I want to show you. It's actually my co-star. If you saw video 3, the final Pip-Boy video, which is the one where I'm in the vault and Timmy comes in and you'll see come in from the side, flying in from the side, is Mr. Handy, and he actually hands me something, which in the making video, which we are just finishing, you can see how we did that. But he hands me a rag that I take from him and I give it back to him, and he flies around in a few other scenes. But that is actually this figure right here. So this right here is the Mr. Handy, incredible, multi-talented, by gaming heads, articulating figure. And it's not just a figure. It's not just a posable figure. What you saw him doing in the movie with me was actually him. So he actually does some acting. I got to tell you too about some of the stuff it says on the packaging. So hopefully you can still hear me okay. There we go. On the packaging, it says things like, for example, people are wheeling around upstairs. It tells you all the things that supposedly he can do. So he can do accounting, cleaning, comforting, cooking, child care, entertaining, elderly care, grocery delivery, grooming, so on and so forth. It says there's no task that's too big for Mr. Handy to handle. And then down here, it says, Mr. Handy cannot lift objects heavier than 40 pounds. Consult your physician before following Mr. Handy's medical advice. Mr. Handy may not be able to perform any of the duties mentioned above. After all, this is a collectible articulating figure. And then it has a warning. Mr. Handy's jet is a fire hazard, not a barbecue grill. Use with caution. So, anyway, kind of fun. The packaging itself is pretty neat. The pictures, the artwork is really great. But this is the thing that caught your so yeah. Commander Wolf says that this is what he was curious about. Yeah, this is the thing that I think when people saw the picture, they wrote to me the most about too, asking, well, what's that Mr. Handy thing? So this is way beyond though what you've seen so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up, bring it out over here a little bit. Let's see if I can move this. Okay. And so I filmed this almost a year ago now. And I have some exciting news about this guy too. Kind of wrap up things once when I get him out. He does have this. The only issue I have with this guy is this stand right here. Ooh, is it magnetic too? Hang on. Let me see if I can get things to quiet down for a second. Hang on. Smells like food upstairs. Yeah. Okay. So, like I said, the only thing I don't like about this is this arm on the stand and the stand itself. The stand is nice and heavy, and it's really high quality, but at the same time, it's not strong enough to hold him up. So it should be that I can kind of like place. Here we go. Sorry. Place this like this, and it should hold him up. But it doesn't exactly do that unless you aim it a little bit higher, kind of like that. So there's that. But this gets better. It gets better. So let's see here. Let me also get where I can see what I'm doing here. So a couple of things to notice is, one, so these come out like this, right? And the little eyes, the aperture actually changes when you turn them. So they open and close, which is pretty cool. And then he is fully articulatable. So he has, for example, here's the claw that he handed me the rag with. Here's his sprayer right there. And then over here we have our saw, which actually spins like that. Okay. And then, if I can get it to stay up, what you do is you take off this top part. This is only held on by a magnet. And this is where you charge it. So it is chargeable. It doesn't require batteries. And then you switch it to play mode. Put this back on. Nice and even. Okay. And then back here, right underneath that Mr. Handy area where it says Mr. Handy, I'm going to push it once just to light it up, like that. And then, let's say now I want to wake him up. I think I just push it one more time really quick. Is that right? He is motion activated. I'm almost afraid to touch him because before, when I would play around with him, he would.
I shall remain here then and secure the whole.
Thank you, Mr. Handy.
There, sir. The
All right.
communists abound.
Yeah, communists abound.
Happy to help, sir.
He
Don't
says
say the word.
he says a lot of things. His head
And who gets
spins.
to clean up all this blood? Me. That's who. Careful out there,
It's
sir.
really
The
pretty
communists
cool.
abound.
It's too big for me to put in my book in my case back here. I did think about putting him elsewhere, but really I just bought him for the video, and he did a great job. He is my co-star. You can see him. I even credited him in the closing credits. You can see his head spinning and he's flying around and things. I did this part right here. We did do some special effects in relation to flames, but at the same time, yeah,
My
he's.
God, if I had hands, I'd strangle the life out of you.
He's motion.
The last thing raiders need is an intelligent leader. It would make them a proper force to be reckoned with, that's for sure.
He's both motion and sound controlled. I'm gonna make him stop doing that for a second. Oh, I just gotta push one more time on the back. I think it is.
Oh, don't worry
Nope.
about me, son.
Nope. He's still talking. Oh, now it's just on flame mode. Okay. So there's different modes. This is one where you can just display him with the flame on, and he won't be spinning around. But at the same time, yeah, kind of cool. Kind of cool. So, let's see. Just catching up with some of the things you guys have said. You need 2 of these. Have Codsworth and Cutie. Yeah, that'd be cool. That's Commander Wolf saying that. Hadley. But yeah, he is pretty neat. And what's even cooler is, so here's some different news, things I forgot to announce. So some things to tell you. One is, these past months I applied, I sent in and paid to register the words, "This is your Geek Fix," as well as the name, Your Geek Fix, and my logo for Your Geek Fix. So literally coining the term. And then I also bought the webpage, the URL, yourgeekfix.com, which I have not yet posted anything to or put anything up for. And then I also created and at the moment I'm doing it on eBay, an eBay account under Your Geek Fix. The purpose of which is to sell stuff. Some stuff that I make, I guess, I can't. There's limitations on what you're allowed to sell that you create or modify, but I can sell stuff like this. So I'm planning to sell my Mr. Handy. So if you're interested, watch for that. We will be selling it, and then the money will go for making some other things and buying some other things to make some more things. So if you're interested in him, in this exact one, then you can watch for that. Otherwise, you'll find him. Actually, you can go buy him today on. I think I got him on Bethesda's website, so I ordered him directly from them because at the time he was brand new. But he is pretty exciting, pretty fun, really highly detailed. So, and if you do win him, you can also tell me if you want me to do something with him. I can sign it or detail it or something like that, maybe. Any rate. So those are some exciting pieces of information about things that are coming up, that are new in relation to our channel. I think I got them turned off. I'm gonna switch them now. So, any rate, I hope you liked this. Oh wait, there is a question. There's some questions. So it says from Seelenschlut. I'm going to get it one of these times just by accident. I love interactive figures in the background, static artwork. Yeah, it completely goes past me. I just don't notice it. The problem with this is, imagine him he goes off both with sound and movement. So if you left him on, or were able to charge him so he could actually stay powered on all the time, he'd be constantly going. Is the only downside of that. Does that mean we get an old school forum to present and discuss builds? That is part of my plan with the website. So I'm hoping. So right now I use the RPF, which I highly recommend people go check out. Just type in those 3 letters and you'll be able to see some pretty interesting and cool things, as well as how to do them. The Pip-Boy 2000 build is on there, for example, multiple versions from multiple people, including people that watched my video. And so I'd highly recommend that. But yeah, a way to connect. The whole purpose of this channel was how to build a community and how to join that community, to be able to talk about things from anime to prop building to collecting, all that. That was my plan from the beginning. So, at any rate, yeah. Commander Wolf Hadley says, "Money. Why do I have to be off work for the summer?" Oh yeah, to make yeah. I almost didn't get him. I was like, I mean, I really had the picture of him doing. Oh yeah, look at all the articulation. I mean, it's great. When I was about to make that movie, I just thought, well, is it worth it to get him just for that purpose? Because he's a little pricey, but at the same time, yeah, I thought it came out so great, and it looked. I mean, it really looked pretty good. I loved having him in there, and I think I think if you got the space for him, and especially if you have like a Fallout collection of things, he's worth keeping for that reason. I don't have the charging cable. I don't think it came with a charging cable, but if it did, I don't have the charging cable. So it's a USB micro, I think, or mini, one of those two. At any rate, so it's not a USB-C, but yeah, I think he could be a fun piece of artwork to put somewhere if you got the room for him. I'm kind of running out of room for some things, and so that's why I think I want to give them to people that would appreciate them. But on the flip side, I also want to for these projects to kind of be self-funding. So everything I'm trying to do kind of break even right at the moment for the most part. But yeah, it's worth checking out. So if you like this video, I guess you could call it, this live stream, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have some other questions about anything that I opened up or that we did, let me know too. Like, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. I'm sure most of you that watch this are subscribed, but at the same time, I think it's less than 10%, less than that even, that watch my videos are subscribed. We have over 1 million views, and I think there is like a very small portion of those that were subscribers. Question from Commander Wolf Hadley. What would you prefer for a Pip-Boy? Do you want to see the Pip-Boy right now? Like, do you want me to bring it out? I can show you a little bit on that. You guys interested in seeing some details? Want to see me move it around or turn it on or off or make it do the things that it did in the videos? In the video, the downside is when I filmed that, by the end, you don't get a lot of time to be able to show off some things. So yeah, if you want somebody tell me that you want to see the Pip-Boy 2000, I'll bring it out right now. Otherwise, we could wrap it up too. So let's see. Okay, so let me grab it. It looks like it's turned. Oh no, it's not turned off. It's actually in the Pitfall game right now. Oh no, that's a background. So at any rate, let me get it where I can actually see things. Yes, get the Pip-Boy. Okay, that's what I'm doing. All right. So right here, let's see if I can. Let's see. Let's turn it on first. There we go. So there we got the Pitfall background. Typically, the way you see it on my wall is like this. It's the clock mode. Now, a few things. First off, I want to turn on my sound. So there's no sound right now. So I push this button right here, and it turns on the sound. If I push this button right here, it will turn on my lights, both there and right here, which I love the way this turned out. I know this isn't exactly in-game, but I think it's so much better. Anyway, and this faceplate, by the way, I do have for you to print. I put it inside of the description of that video, as well as a holotape model. So anyway, then I want to get my needle moving, so I push this button, and then the let's see. I think, or it should be. Oh, there it goes. So there's my needle is moving now. So I can turn that off or turn it on. There you go. And then if we want our clicks, our Geiger counter clicks, there's those by pushing that button. All of that is self-contained. So this module right here has everything in it to power that, all the buttons, all the wiring for it to run by itself. So if I took this off, it would still be able to do everything you're hearing it do and seeing it do. This right here, it connects by way of a plug to the back to get the power. But that's about it. Then, let's see here. For me to be able to turn this part on, I have to turn on my battery. Oh, here we go. So, this is the radio module that is not run. Oh, let me turn off that. The radio module is not run by 3 AAA batteries, wasn't it? Or AA batteries. I can't remember. I think it's AAAs. Instead, they're dummy batteries that connect to a rechargeable battery. So this, I don't have to worry about taking it apart ever again just to put batteries in, which was one of my complaints originally. But one cool thing about this, in case you don't know, is I didn't, because I don't want to get demonetized, but it does work. I can play it for a second, I guess, for some things. You click it, and it will have different music, things like that. But when you then turn the knob,
This is an urgent announcement. This city is in a state of emergency. All human residents are to evacuate.
it plays real world sounds. So you got that. Let me see here. Let me see if I can turn this down where it... Whoops, that's the wrong way. Ah, crap. Let's see. There we go. So I can also turn it up or turn it down. So I'm turning it down right now. There we go. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It's kind of bright in here because I have the studio lights on. It's kind of the worst case scenario. But here's the clock is normally what it's in. If I push this button right here and I hold it down like this, then it will say, open Fallout Pip-Boy app. Where's my sound? I'm not hearing the sound. Oh, here comes the sound. Sorry, I must have turned the sound off, not on. So, there we go. And of course, we put this screen on here so it does look like it's a rounded screen, like an actual television CRT screen. It also gives it that CRT look in general. Yeah, there's that. Or let's see if I can get it to select another thing. Let's try this. So, well, first off, so there's that. I can go into here. I can pick my game. It got reset, and all my games got erased when I put the new system in. Oh, it's telling me the battery's almost dead for the sound. But at any rate, so yeah. So there's my game, and so there's that, which I can quit out. I can't remember how I quit out of it. Something in the bottom. Oh, it's this button or something. I don't know. At any rate, so there's that. Or I can hold this thing down again. Open Fallout Shelter app. So now it's, and can you hear she's saying those things? So she's like, what do you want to do? And then it shows my voice and everything. So now it's opening Fallout Shelter. And the cool thing about this, relies on Google Play services, which is not supported. That's okay. It's still going to work. Oh, maybe. Yeah, it's still going to work. So, let's see here. It's cool. The build of Pip-Boy was so cool. I watched it multiple times. That's Commander Wolf Hadley. Yora says, it sure is the coolest Pip-Boy I've seen. And then Sealand Sloot says, I want to build a Raspberry Pi desktop case into a Pip-Boy. You know, you ought to check out the Pip-Boy computer. Somebody made a Pip-Boy 2000 computer case that was kind of large, and it's kind of cool. I think you have to click here, right? Let's see. Yeah, there you go. And you pick your vault. Yep, load vault. And then I think my sound's going to go pretty soon, though. Maybe right now. The speaker's dying. So that game's gonna load. One thing I really like about this, though, I also play like Hitman and stuff on it, is the fact that because it's on that BlackBerry, it's scaling to that square screen. So what you're seeing is literally the way that it would look. I mean, it's filling up that whole screen. It actually scales it down, so it's not cutting anything off on either side. You got everything that you would normally see right there. And then it gives you all these stupid reports and stuff. I don't know. Click that. But at any rate, So, yeah, maybe I've got something low that I can't reach. Any rate, so I can select different things. The problem with it is that BlackBerry is not a true, Google Play service. So you have to do a Hackberry, go onto Hackberry and select the Google Play hack. But at any rate, I can't remember how to get out of this mode. It's like showing me all my... Any rate, but yeah, I mean, so these are some of the things that it can do. I wonder if I can also open up Fallout Weather.
What would you like to do?
Open Fallout Weather app. Is it opening it? Oh, no, it didn't know it. Fallout Weather?
The vote request wasn't understood.
Yeah, I don't...
What would you like to open?
I think it's called Weather?
The vote request wasn't understood.
No. I don't know what the name of the app is. It's the problem. Settings?
Opening phone.
Oh, it's opening my phone. Okay, there you go. Oh, either way. So you can call people on it. You actually can do video call, but I don't have the camera that's pointed this way. But at any rate, so turning it on, turning it off, you just hold this button on this side, and then it shuts down. Do the same thing to turn it on. Push that off, turn that off, double click that to turn that off. And that is, and that is my Pip-Boy 2000. Let's see. So, yeah, we were talking about this morning. Honestly, if you don't want to destroy a BlackBerry to do it, there is a great version done by Roger Bossy where he's able to just slide it in, and that one works pretty good. That's the downside to mine, is I can't access my keyboard or anything anymore. But any rate, I like also my paint job is one of my favorite things too. Might not be able to see very well, but from different angles, it has different types of green because it has a metallic green that's on there. But at any rate, so yeah, fun projects, fun things to do. Way more things that are coming up very soon. I've got the Iron Giant project that's almost done. We've got the Star Wars thing that I'm doing and some other stuff that's a secret. So stay tuned. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment below, and be sure that you also check out some of our other videos as long as you're at it. And most of all, this has been your Geek Fix.